Welcome to Dave's After Dark. Tonight, you're not just watching a game, you're stepping into a marathon of movie legends. These 6 games span decades of unforgettable cinema, featuring some of the biggest names ever to hit the big screen. Eastwood, Gibson, Washington, Crowe, Hackman, and Ridley Scott, director of icons. It's over 3 hours of speed painting, fast facts, and high-stakes guessing. So, think you know the movies? Let's find out. Grab a drink, settle in, and don't forget, trivia nights are every Sunday and Wednesday live. Now let the countdown begin. Now this will be the top 20 Clint Eastwood movies. And the thing to keep in mind is these are movies he was either the actor or the director. So sometimes he didn't star in the movies. Anyway, keep that in mind as I give you the clues. This film follows an elderly man caught smuggling illegal goods across state lines. It was inspired by a true story of a 90-year-old drug courier. The protagonist gets entangled with a dangerous cartel. Clint Eastwood directed and starred in the film at the age of 88. His character chooses crime to escape financial hardship. All right, who knows what this one is? Stuart's in the house. And he's got the answer. Very good. Very good. This was Eastwood's first time acting and directing in the same film since doing Gran Torino in 2008. So he went 10 years without both starring and directing. This is called The Mule, of course. Stuart had it. The Mule was what year? Any guesses? Well, I'm going to tell you. 2018. All right, there it is. First one. Now remember, it could be directed, could be starred, could be both. Here we go. Number 19. This film features an escaped convict and a kidnapped young boy. Clint Eastwood plays a Texas Ranger on the convict's trail. Kevin Costner stars as the sympathetic fugitive. The story explores morality, justice, and fatherhood. Anybody remember this movie? Gotta tell you, I didn't see it. I am sorry. The film was directed by Eastwood and focused on Costner's character. I guess Eastwood plays kind of a cameo as the Texas Ranger. Any guesses? I guess it's a little obscure, but we are doing top 20, so you might have a couple of obscure ones in there. Despite strong critical reviews, this movie is often overlooked in Eastwood's filmography. Yeah, we've overlooked it. It's called A Perfect World. A Perfect World. Perfect World. It was filmed in 1993. Oh, you knew it. Very good, Stuart. Oh, you knew it. Very good. Number 18. A woman fights against corrupt police in 1920s Los Angeles. They're all good, probably, right, Stuart? They're all good. Angelina Jolie plays the determined mother. Authorities try to convince her that a different boy is her son. Now, this one was directed by Clint Eastwood. His gripping true story exposes institutional corruption. Remember the name of this one? Angelina Jolie. Any guesses? Well, going once, going twice. This movie was called The Changeling. 2008. The real-life case led to a major police reforms in Los Angeles. Huh. Interesting. There you go. Changeling. Who knew? Not me. All right, this one's an obscure but one that stars Eastwood. Long time ago. I'm going to give you the date, 1974. A classic buddy heist film featuring a veteran criminal and a young thief. This story includes a daring bank robbery using an anti-aircraft cannon. That doesn't sound that daring to me. That sounds kind of like just let's break it in. Yeah, you got it. Clint Eastwood plays the seasoned thief Thunderbolt. Jeff Bridges plays the reckless but charming Lightfoot. Is one of Eastwood's lesser-known crime thrillers, but gained a cult following. Yeah, Jeff Bridges. I like Jeff Bridges. A little liberal for me these days, but I like it. Yeah, the movie was called Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Stewart had it. Jeff Bridges was nominated for an Oscar for his performance in this film. Not Clint, Jeff. Clint was always mistreated by the Academy. All right, this one's kind of interesting. This one again is a directing one by Eastwood. A real life aviation hero faces intense scrutiny. The story centers around an emergency landing on a river. I don't know if you remember this news story in America. We all remember this news story pretty well. Tom Hanks portrays the calm and collected pilot. Yeah, this was quite the story over here. The film explores the emotional aftermath of a seemingly miraculous event. It was directed by Clint Eastwood, and it tells the story of Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger. What was the name of the movie? If I remember? Yeah, you got it. You got it. That's right, it was Sully. 2016. The real Sully praised the film's accuracy and Eastwood's directorial style. There you go. Tom Hanks. All right, let's get into some real Clint Eastwood. Let's get into some real stuff. Mysterious drifter arrives in a troubled mining town. He wore a preacher's collar, but carries a deadly secret. Incorrect, Brad. What's going on, man? Hang on to that answer for later. The film shares themes of classic Shane. Oh, the classic Shane. It has similar themes to Shane back in 1953. If you remember our Western show a couple weeks back, those were pretty hard. Clint Eastwood plays the enigmatic preacher in this movie. Yeah, preacher was the character. You're right. And yeah, Pale Rider is, of course, the movie. Who knows the year? This was Eastwood's highest grossing Western of all time. Highest grossing Western. If I remember the year of Pale Rider. Just to add a little difficult twist. It was 1985. 1985. All right, this one's cool. Based on a true story about a legendary prison break. The protagonist is a mastermind who plots an impossible escape. The film meticulously recreates the infamous Island prison. Yeah, there you go. You got it. I guess Brad got it first. He's got the faster internet. That was pretty close. It's a tense, methodical thriller and with minimal dialogue. Clint Eastwood plays a real-life inmate, Frank Morris. King's in the house. What's going on? Anyway, we played Frank Morris, and who knows the year of this movie? The real-life escapees were never found, leaving their fate a mystery. This is, of course, Escape from Alcatraz. You guys all had it. And it was a long time ago that they made this movie. 1979. There you go. We're doing Clint Eastwood tonight. These are movies he either starred in or directed or maybe did both, like this next one. An aging war veteran struggles with his changing neighborhood. He reluctantly befriends a Hmong teenager. The protagonist has a gruff exterior, but a strong moral code. Yeah, you got it. King's got it. He stands up to gang violence in his community. Clint Eastwood delivers one of his most memorable late career performances. You have to qualify that. Late career. El Camino. I like that answer, Timothy. It's like an El Camino, only it's not an El Camino. It's the Gran Torino. 2008. Eastwood's character drives a 1972 Gran Torino, a car that symbolizes his old school values. There you go. Get off my lawn. That's right. Yeah, get off my lawn. Hey, Matthew, what's going on? Everybody's in the house. Good to see everybody tonight. We are doing Clint Eastwood movies. A war biopic based on the life of a decorated Navy SEAL. The protagonist struggles with psychological toll of combat. The film was both controversial and widely praised. Bradley Cooper underwent intense training for the role. There you go. King. King is King. Directed by Clint Eastwood, it tells the story of sniper Chris Kyle. Who knows the year? For American Sniper is the movie. American Sniper. And what year did they make it? The film became Eastwood's highest grossing movie, earning over $500 million worldwide. 500 million. Not bad. 2015, pretty close. 2014 is the correct answer. That was very close. Close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades in this case. There you go. We're down to number 11. This one's a little harder, a little more obscure. Good luck with this. A World War II film told from an unusual perspective. It focuses on Japanese soldiers rather than American troops. The movie is almost entirely in Japanese. What? No wonder I didn't see it. It's entirely Japanese. It was filmed back to back with Flags of Our Fathers. It was directed by Clint Eastwood. It was praised for its humanizing portrayal of the enemy. So it humanized that enemy. All things small miss small. No. It's a Japanese soldier. Anybody know? Yeah, that's it. Good job. Stuart knew it. Very good. Letters from Iwo Jima. 2006. This film won the Golden Globe for Best Foreign Language Film. Oh, Matthew. That's got to be it. Matthew had it. I can't take the time to translate. All right, next up. A crime drama about childhood friends reunited by tragedy. A murder investigation drives them apart. The film explores themes of trauma and justice. All right, who wants the key clue? You guys ready? Sean Penn and Tim Robbins give powerhouse performances. This one again is directed by Clint Eastwood, and it won 2 Academy Awards. 2 Academy Awards. Anybody remember the name of this movie? Yeah, King. King's in the house. Any guesses on the year? For Mystic River is the correct answer. The film is based on a novel by Dennis Lehane, or Lehane, also known for Gone, Baby Gone. Gone, Baby Gone. Not familiar. Not familiar. Mystic River, you have it. Very good. 2003. 2003. All right. This one's not my favorite. Probably isn't your favorite either. A rare romance film in Clint Eastwood's career. It tells the story of a brief but intense love affair. Meryl Streep plays his love interest when she was little young. I'm terrible. The film is adapted from a best-selling novel. It is one of Eastwood's most emotional roles. Most emotional roles. Yes, Stewart has it. That is correct. That is correct. The Bridges of Madison County. This was made in 1985. The real covered bridges of Madison County became tourist attractions after the film's release. Well, I bet they were unhappy with that. That couldn't have made them happy. Nice. Matthew. All right, here we go. 8 more. Now we're getting into the serious Clint Eastwood stuff, right? Top 8. A rogue detective delivers his own brand of justice. The villain is a sadistic sniper terrorizing San Francisco. Here's the key clue. Do you feel lucky, punk? Is one of the most famous movie quotes. That's correct. You guys have it. Yes. Yes. Stewart, you beat out the king. Well, do you? Well, do you? The protagonist carries a .44 Magnum revolver. What's the name of the character? Who knows the name of the character? This is, of course, the Dirty Harry movie. All the way back in 1971. And Clint Eastwood plays... Who does he play? Yeah, correct. Harry Callahan. Correct. You got it. And somebody brought up this point a couple weeks ago. The movie was inspired by the real life Zodiac killer case. Somebody brought that up a couple weeks ago. I remember. Very good. Dirty Harry. The first of the serious Clint Eastwood film. Number 7. This one's slightly more obscure. This is 1965, to give you a clue. A sequel, it was a sequel too, that surpasses the predecessor in scope. A bounty hunter teams up with a rival for a high-stakes job. The film is part of the iconic Dollars trilogy. Lee Von Cleef plays a key role alongside Eastwood. Yeah, you guys knew it. Stewart and King both have this one. How'd you guys know it? For a few dollars more. 1965. Directed by Sergio Leone. It helped cement the spaghetti western genre. Yes, it did. The musical pocket watch motif adds a unique emotional depth of the story. I don't really remember that. The pocket watch. Are you guys related to the pocket watch? Hey, Rumbus is in the house. We got 6 more Clint Eastwood films, Rumbus. Here we go. A washed-up boxing trainer reluctantly takes on a female fighter. The story explores perseverance, regret, and redemption. The film takes a dramatic turn that shocked audiences. Excuse me. Hilary Swank delivers an Oscar-winning performance. Yeah. You guys all get it. I guess King had it first, I think. King had it first, but you all had it. Clint Eastwood both directed and starred. as the tough but caring coach. Who remembers the year for $1 Million Baby? $1 Million Baby. The film won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, and Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. $1 Million Baby. Oh, King has it. King knows. King knows. 2004 is correct. All right. We're down to the top 5 Clint Eastwood films. That was a lowly number 6. There you go. $1 Million Baby. See you later. Number 5. A Civil War soldier turns into a fugitive after his family is killed. He's pursued by Union soldiers and bounty hunters. Along the way, he forms an unlikely family of misfits. As he does. The film is considered one of the greatest westerns of all time. Stewart has it. Stewart has it. Yeah, this is one of my favorites for a long time. So this came out the year that I graduated from high school. So who knows that? Well, let's get a different way. Clint Eastwood plays the vengeful but honorable Josie Wales. The famous line, "Dying ain't much of a living, boy." I barely remember that. "Dying ain't much of a living, boy," became one of Eastwood's most quoted lines. Let's see. Well, was there an original version, Stuart? Brad has it. I wonder why Brad would have it. King has it too. 1976 is correct. Okay, top 4. A mysterious stranger arrives in a corrupt frontier town. The townspeople hire him for protection, but they soon regret it. Yeah, no doubt. The town hides a dark secret about a past crime. Yes, you guys know it. You guys know your Clint Eastwood. The film has eerie, almost supernatural undertones. Clint Eastwood plays a vengeful drifter in one of his most haunting westerns. Haunting western. Correct. Who knows the year of this one? Anybody want to guess at the year? Eastwood took inspiration from his mentor, Sergio Leone, but added a darker, more surreal tone to this western. So this is a Clint Eastwood film versus the other ones were Sergio Leone. Yeah, High Plains Drifter. You guys all have that. And the year is 1973. So very close. Very close. That's cool. So yeah, I guess the Sergio Leone movies were in the mid-60s. And then Eastwood did his own High Plains Drifter. There you go. All right, let's go back. For number 3. A lone gunslinger arrives in a small town caught in a feud. Sounds like a usual story. He plays 2 rival factions against each other for his own gain. This film was a remake of the Japanese classic Yojimbo. Did you know that? Yes, you guys know it. Very good. Like Stuart had it first there. Very good. You guys all know this. It introduced Clint Eastwood's Man with No Name. So this was the first time the Man with No Name. It was the first spaghetti western to launch him into stardom. And you guys know it's Fistful of Dollars. And yeah, yeah. What was the Jimbo thing? Yo, Jimbo. Who knows the year? Anybody know the year? Fistful of Dollars. This film made on a small budget, but became a worldwide success, forever changing the Western genre. The film, the kid. Close enough. 64. 1964. Back in the day. All right, let's come into a little more modern era. Let's do one that he both starred and directed, huh? A retired outlaw is pulled back into violence for one last job. The film questions the morality of revenge and justice. Most of his movies do. It won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. You were correct. You guys know it. You guys know this. You guys know it. Who's the other actor? Who's the other famous actor that just passed away that was in this movie? Who knows that? Clint Eastwood directs and stars as the legendary. I'm going to ask you for his character's name, too. Clint Eastwood's character and the other famous star in this movie that just passed away. Morgan Freeman's still alive. Stuart, you got it. Gene Hackman was a classic character in this. And do you remember Eastwood's character's name in this? It was kind of unusual. A little bit of a weird name. Eastwood dedicated the film to his mentors, Sergio Leone and Don Siegel, who helped shape his career. Those two guys. Yeah, you guys all got it. Good movie, for sure. His character's name was William Mooney. William Money or Mooney. M-U-N-N-Y. All right, number 1, With a Bullet. 3 gunslingers race to find buried treasure during the Civil War. The film features one of the most famous musical scores ever. Oh, didn't know that part. The final showdown is one of the greatest in film history. There you go. Yeah. You guys know it. I think, Stuart, you probably had it first. Everybody. Oh, I like the way Matthew abbreviates it, though. Very clever. Eli Wallach and Levon Cleave co-star alongside Clint Eastwood. It's directed by Sergio Leone. It's considered the greatest Western of all time. I thought that other one was, but I guess it's this one. Who knows the year for the good, the bad, and the ugly? The famous Ecstasy of Gold theme by Ennio Morricone is still used in modern pop culture, including Metallica's concerts. What? Ennio Morricone is still used in modern pop culture and Metallica concerts. Are you familiar with that? Close enough. 60. Yeah, Matthew's got it. 66. 1966. All right. Well, that was dang fun, huh? You guys did pretty good, and it was fun, and all that. Okay. Generally, you know the rules. Robots do the painting, you do the guessing, and I do give some clues along the way. Now, we are going to be doing the top 20 Mel Gibson movies, and these could be movies he starred in and or directed. So there you go. There we go. And the first, you remember, we're counting down. So these first few are a little obscure. Good luck. Hey, Stuart, good to see you. This film centers on a massive linguistic project. It is set in the 19th century England It involves a famous dictionary. One character is an inmate with extraordinary intelligence. I don't think I saw this. Mel Gibson plays a determined academic. I don't think I saw it. Did you see this? The story revolves around compiling the Oxford English Dictionary. Well, it's not been a hit. It was made in 2019. The story revolves around compiling the Oxford Dictionary. Sounds boring. Yeah, good to see you, Stuart. Hey, any guesses? Any guesses on this one? I didn't see it. I don't know about you, but this is number 20. This is The Professor and the Madman. Does that even sound familiar? Number 20. This project was based on a real collaboration between Professor James Murray and a criminally insane contributor. Yeah, it does look like Sean Penn. I guess we'll have to go back and watch it. All right, next up, number 19. This film starts with a high-speed chase to the border. The main character ends up in a corrupt Mexican prison. Sounds like the same old story. It blends dark comedy with brutal action. Gibson plays a nameless American criminal. Now we're trying a new painting style tonight. I don't know if you noticed that, Stuart. This painting style is good for stretching it out a little bit, and then it's also good for being pretty detailed in the end. So that's what I like about it. So we'll see if you guys like it. It's all 3 rounds tonight. It's this new painting style. So we'll see if you like it. The protagonist uses street smarts to survive and manipulate his captors. Anybody? So I told you they were going to be a little obscure at first. Number 19. This was called Get the Gringo. Get the Gringo, 2012. The movie was originally titled How I Spent My Summer Vacation. There you go. Get the Gringo. Now, I don't know if this next one's more or less obscure. I think you got some sort of awards or something. A man suffers from severe depression. He begins communicating exclusively through a puppet. The tone is a mix of dark humor and emotional drama. This sounds weird. I didn't see this one either. Gibson portrays a corporate executive spiraling out of control. I thought I saw almost all the movies. I guess I didn't. Or maybe Gibson's been in some bad ones. You guys remember this at all? The puppet is a beaver, which becomes his coping mechanism. Now, does this even sound right? I think I won some award or something. I don't know. The unusual film was directed by Jodie Foster. That's Jodie Foster there. This is obviously a behind the scenes picture of the filming of The Beaver. Oh, these crazy robots. They think that was a good Mel Gibson. Number 18. We are down to number 17, and hopefully they're going to get a little less obscure. I mean, Mel hasn't been in all bad movies. Yeah, we're doing Mel. These are all Mel Gibson movies tonight. Let's see what you can do. A teenage girl is on the run from a drug cartel. A strange father is an ex-con living off the grid. The film is gritty and full of shootouts. Sounds good. I'm afraid I didn't see this one either. But, looks pretty good. Gibson plays the rugged and tattooed dad. He goes to violent lengths to protect his daughter. Anybody? So, the moral to the story here is Mel's been in some stinkers. The robots had to pick his 4 best stinkers here. Maybe not. I'm going too far. Anybody know? No? Bloodfather. Never heard of it, but we learn something every day on Quick Five History Live. Critics praise Gibson's raw, stripped-down performance as a comeback role. There you go. He does look old there. 2016. All right. We're down to 16. We have to have heard of some of these coming up. Oh, you've seen the movie. Okay. Well, that's something. All right, number 16. A love triangle brews in sunny California. One man is a drug dealer trying to go straight. The other is a cop and childhood friend. Gibson plays the morally conflicted drug dealer. Yeah, figures. The woman at the center of it all owns a restaurant. Now, I did see this movie, and I didn't realize that it was all the way back in 1988. 1988. That's a young Mel Gibson there on the left. Yeah, close. Oh, really? Tell me more. You're almost correct. You got the first word right. So that's something. We are making progress. Hey, Alex, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Standings in the house. Tequila Sunrise. So I think we'll give you partial credit there. Oh, Standing had it. The film co-stars Kurt Russell and Michelle Pfeiffer. Next up. Now, I saw this. I love this movie. A paranoid man spouts wild political ideas. He drives a taxi in New York. His theories might not be as crazy as they seem. Overboard is incorrect. Was Mel Gibson in Overboard? I don't think so. That was Kurt Russell. Oh, that was Goldie Hawn. Well, they're all connected. His theories might not be as crazy as they seem. Gibson brings quirky energy to this role. Julia Roberts plays a Justice Department attorney. All right. You guys remember this? A paranoid man. He drives a taxi in New York. If you did not see this movie, you have to see this movie. It's fantastic. One of the film's real-life inspired plots involve MK Ultra mind control. It's the MK Ultra movie. It was called Conspiracy Theory. I knew that one. I'd be one ahead. Of course, I do have the answer. Here we go. Number 14. These movies are getting more popular. A slick advertising executive gets electrocuted. Nice start. Suddenly, he can hear women's thoughts. He can hear what women think. Chaos and comedy ensue at work and home. Gibson plays the chauvinistic main character. There you go. We have a winner. Looks like maybe Alex got it first. Alex Stewart standing 3404. You are all correct. He uses his new power to try to win over his boss. It's a love story. This was one of Gibson's most successful comedies and a box office hit. Yeah, well, we're already all the way down to 14, so one of them has to be a hit sooner or later. What Women Want is correct. You guys are right. The year was 2000. 2000. Who's the actress? Who played his partner there? Anybody know? Who's the actress? The specific name was What Women Want. What Women Want. What Women Want. Helen Hunt. You are correct. All right, number 13. Now we're going to go back to one I haven't heard of. So let's see about you guys. 2 cops are suspended for excessive force. Yeah, you guys all got that last one right. Let's see you get this one. They turn to crime to make ends meet. The film is slow burning and ultra violent. Slow burning. No, hang on to that answer. Oh, really? Hang on to that. And Dead Weapons is not correct. Their actions spiral into a brutal heist gone wrong. Gibson plays the elder, more cynical cop. Any other guesses? I think that's Vince Vaughn on the left. This is the second collaboration between Gibson and director S. Craig Zahler. Well, that doesn't help us. All right, learn something every day. Dragged Across Concrete is the name of the movie. Never heard of it. Dragged Across Concrete. But the robots liked it. So there you go. That's what's important. All right. I don't think I saw this one either. This is the one he directed. He did not star in this. A boy needs help to pass his entrance exams. He finds an unlikely mentor in a recluse. The man has facial scars and a dark reputation. Oh, Gibson does play a secondary character. Gibson plays the mysterious teacher. Prejudice and misunderstanding fuel the story's conflict. There you go. Oh, really? Tell me more. Tell me more. This was Gibson's directorial debut. Did you know that? The Man Without a Face is correct. Man Without a Face. It, with the style of the robots painting, it's, most of them look like they don't have a face. Right? Am I right? You were going to say that, weren't you? The Man Without a Face, 1993. There you go. That was number 12. Okay, they get more and more familiar now. We get into the gravy train here. Here we go. Oh, you like that movie? Well, we're gonna have to go back and watch that. I didn't see it. All right, Pig, we'll give you a second chance. A wealthy couple's son is kidnapped. The kidnappers Demand a large sum. The father flips the ransom into a bounty. There you go, Stuart. Who knows? Gibson portrays the bold and desperate parent. Tensions escalate with every phone call. That was a good one. I saw this one too. Ransom is correct. Ransom. Oh, really? You had it as well. That is correct, and good picture of it. I think that picks it well. Yeah, good movie. 1996, Ransom. The film was a box office smash and earned critical praise for its tense storytelling. Ransom. All right, so we're into the ones we're going to get most of them now. It's good. Top 10 Mel Gibson movies. Starred and or directed in. Okay, number 10. Mysterious crop circles appear on a family farm. That's a pretty good clue. That's maybe too good a clue. Global panic sets in as more signs are discovered. The protagonist is a former priest. Gibson heads the cast in this psychological sci-fi thriller. Oh, you guys know this one. I see. Oh, Ridley was first. Danny was second. Stewart was third. There you go. The family must face an alien threat and personal demons. I'm kind of not hiding the little girl with the aluminum foil hat. Yes, you're correct. It is Signs, year 2002. And this was one of the ones that was directed by that crazy guy, M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. The movie plays, I've tried to say his name before, and I should have practiced. The movie plays heavily on suspense over spectacle. There you go. Signs, 2002. All right, we're into the big ones. This was set during the American Revolution. A peaceful farmer tries to avoid war. That changes when his son is killed. Yep, that'll do it. Gibson plays the father turned freedom fighter. Yeah. So, Stewart is not quite correct. And Standing and Oh Really are not quite correct. You're both very close. You're closer than Stewart. I'm being very picky on this. He uses guerrilla war tactics to resist the British. The film's characters are fictional, but inspired by real Revolutionary War figures. There you go, Stuart. You caught on? Oh, good try with the S. Oh, really? That was a good try. But it was the first. The Patriot is correct. All right. You guys got that one. Here we go. Number 8. We're going to get into these war movies here. Based on the true story of the Battle of La Drang. It's the early days of the U.S. involvement in Vietnam. The leader vows to be the first in and the last out. Gibson plays Lieutenant Colonel Hal Moore? Who knows? The film is a powerful tribute to brotherhood and sacrifice. Anybody know? Oh, not Hamburger Hill. And Rainy Girl. Welcome to the game with the correct answer. Mel Gibson movies. And she's got it. We Were Soldiers is correct. We Were Soldiers. 2002. 2002. The movie was adapted from a memoir co-written by the real Hal Moore, the Lieutenant Colonel guy. There you go. I didn't quite say that one right. We Were Soldiers. Good movie. Good movie. Yeah. Rainy Girl. Number 7. Now another that Mel only directed. He did not star in this one. It is set in the twilight of the Mayan civilization. A young hunter is captured by a rival tribe. There you go. George, quick with the answer there. The film is told entirely in a native language. You remember that? You know, I didn't remember that till I rewatched it. It's got subtitles and it's almost all in it's all in the native language. I think that's why it wasn't more popular. Gibson directed this visually striking adventure. The hero must escape and return to his family. Yeah, I like the movie. Personally I like the movie a lot, but it wasn't a great box office success, I do not think. Although I think it's done better on like cable, right? Despite being subtitled, it became a global box office success. So there you go. With the success worldwide. Apocalypto, 2006. And you know, I think it pretty accurately told the whole Mayan story there. So interesting. Apocalypto. All right, get into the serious Mel Gibson action. Post-apocalyptic wastelands dominate the setting. Fuel is the world's most precious commodity. Savage biker gangs rule the highways. Gibson plays the lone anti-hero. Well, so number 6 is not Mad Max. That is the character in this one. But hang on to that Mad Max for later. He helps a community escape with their fuel. This is the one about the post-apocalyptic wastelands. He helps a community escape with their fuel. This film solidified Mad Max as a cult action icon. What's the original one that was most popular? I mean, Mad Max was the original one, right? But the first one, the next one, is the one that became popular. It's the one that became. Come on, you guys know it. No, it was the Road Warrior. The Road Warrior. The Road Warrior. 1981. But hang on to that Mad Max, because Mad Max was not popular when it came out. Now people went back and watched it, but the Road Warrior was the first popular one. So there you go. All right. Number 5. A straight-laced cop gets a reckless new partner. Their first case involves a deadly heroin ring. The new guy is borderline suicidal. I do remember that part. Gibson plays Martin Riggs. Correct. Correct. You guys are getting this one. Looks like probably Stewart had it first, probably. Waterworld will not be part of our show. This is the original one. Their mismatched chemistry redefined the buddy cop genre. It was weird, right? The relationship. Lethal Weapon is of course correct. This spawned a 4-film franchise and a TV spinoff. There you go. There you go. Lethal Weapon was correct. All right, next up. This is another one directed by Mel Gibson. It is set in World War II during the Battle of Okinawa. A soldier refuses to carry a weapon, but he saves 75 men as a medic. I did see this movie. It was, it was a little different, but I liked it. But I appreciated the quality of the filmmaking. Directed by Gibson, it's both brutal and inspiring. Does anybody remember? Anybody remember this movie? Based on real-life hero Desmond Doss. Very popular movie. I think it won 2 Academy Awards and it was nominated for 6. There you go. Nominated for 6. Edward won 2. Nobody remembers the name of the movie though. Directed by Gibson. About a medic that saved 75 people in the Battle of Okinawa. Hacksaw Ridge. That sound familiar? Hacksaw Ridge. 2016. The film received 6 Oscar nominations, winning 2 of them. There you go. All right, top 3. Something tells me you're going to get every one of these. Something tells me. A Scottish warrior leads a rebellion. His fight is fueled by personal loss. They may take our lives, but they will never. Gibson directs and stars as... All right, everybody knows. Hey, Aaron, what's up? Good to see you. Rennie Girl got it. Ron's in the house. Oh, did I miss your answer on the last one, Stuart? Apologies. Oh, you did. I see it now. I scrolled up. All right. Well, obviously, everybody knows this one. What was his character's name? What was Mel's character's name in this movie? It's a sweeping epic of freedom and sacrifice. The film won 5 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. There you go. Mel got some street cred. There you go. You guys know it. Hey, Nessa's in the house. Stuart, you got that? I will acknowledge. All right. William Wallace is correct. And we're on down to number 2. Okay, this is the one he directed. It portrays the final 12 hours of somebody's life. The film is in Aramaic, Latin, and Hebrew. There you go. I'm barely remembering that. It became a lightning rod for controversy. This is the movie that put
Mel in the doghouse. Sure, you guys are getting it. You got it. Who got it first? Maybe Stuart. Stuart, Sandy, Rob, Rainy Girl, Nessa. You didn't get it, Nessa. Aaron got it. Rob. Okay. The emotional and physical suffering is central. Despite the controversy, it became one of the highest grossing R-rated films of all time. And this is the one that put Mel in the doghouse. Waterworld is not in this list. Not in this list. That was number 2 on the Mel Gibson extravaganza. And again, we're doing movies that he starred or directed, which obviously that's the one he directed. All right, we're down to the top one. So I bet you guys can guess what the top one is after I scolded you so severely in the previous Road Warrior. In a dystopian near future, society is crumbling. Law enforcement is barely holding on. A young cop seeks justice for his family. All right, this Rainy Girl seems to have gotten the answer the most correct first. Do you remember the scene with the car flipped over and crazy scene? Crazy scene. I have rewatched this one a couple times for sure. Gibson stars as the stoic Max Rokitansky. I should have made you get that. Max Rokitansky. His transformation sparks a legendary franchise. There you go. Pretty cool movie, huh? Oh, yeah, you're still talking about Jim's eyes. Yeah, I agree. This film was made on a shoestring budget and became an international cult hit. There you go. But it was Road Warrior that made the franchise. And then people went back. Said, oh. You know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. I give a few clues along the way. This round will be a mixed bag. This is top 20 Denzel Washington movies. Some you'll know. Some will be a little obscure for you. All great movies. Number 20. This one was set at a segregated college in Texas. This 2007, if that helps anybody. He mentors future leaders with passion. He was a teacher or a professor. A fierce mind behind a calm voice. This is based on a real debate team's rise. He delivers fire in a suit and tie. So Denzel does some good debates. Denzel also directed this film in depth to the true story of Wiley College. Anybody know the name of this movie? 2007. Man on Fire, good guess. Incorrect. This one was called The Great Debaters, which I had not heard of, so don't feel bad. But, when you're doing 20, you can have a couple obscure ones towards the top. The Great Debaters, 2007. It's Denzel. It's great. We know it is. Here we go. Number 19. Top 20 Denzel Washington movies. A haunted cop with a quiet intensity. Probably a lot of those. A string of murders unsettles the town. Rami Malek joins the dark pursuit. That guy plays lots of evil characters. Layers of guilt hide beneath the badge. And here's a good clue. He stares down a creepy Jared Leto. So Jared Leto plays the bad guy. And he tries to, uncover it with quiet intensity, Denzel style. The script was originally written in the 1990s, but sat for decades before being made. This is in 2021, so this is just recent. Yeah, Denzel's looking a little aged there, a little older. You might know this one. This is number 19, so, no shame. No shame. This is called The Little Things. 2021. Yeah, there you go. Learn something every day on Retro Rocket Lab. All right. Number 18. A Florida cop caught in a deadly web. Suspicion, betrayal, and time are closing in. Unfortunately, he is framed for a murder that he did not commit. Can he clear his name before it's too late? All these help add to the title of the movie. A noir, sorry, I got it right now. A noir style mystery with sun and sweat. A noir style mystery. A Florida cop caught in a deadly web. 2003. Filmed in the Florida Keys. The setting mirrors the heat of Denzel's pressure cooker plot. Is that Kurt Russell? Who is that? I don't know if that's Kurt Russell or not. Might be. Anybody know the name of this one? Going once, going twice. This is called Out of Time. All the way back in 2020 or 2003. So, it's art. How about number 17? Number 17. I've heard of this one. 2010. You may remember the story. A runaway train threatens total disaster. That sounds bad. It's based on a true high-speed crisis. He plays a veteran engineer with grit. He and Chris Pine race to save a town. A thrill ride powered by steel and nerves. So does anybody remember the unstoppable train story? The train used in the film was real, with actors doing many stunts on location. Anybody remember the name of this? This was called Unstoppable. Unstoppable. There you go, Denzel Washington. All right. Well, we'll just keep moving. They get more and more well known. Hopefully. We will see. That was number 15 on our top 20 Denzel Washington movies. Number 16 is from 1996. And this is actually a war mystery that unfolds from multiple angles. He is haunted by past mistakes in combat. And he is tasked with reviewing a female soldier's honor. Guilt, redemption, and moral fog in the Gulf. In the Gulf War, I guess. Truth becomes the hardest enemy to face. Anybody know this one? The film features one of the first major depictions of women in modern military combat. Gulf War, Denzel, he's tasked with reviewing a female soldier's honor. Guilt, redemption, and moral fog in the Gulf War. Now, well, this was called Courage Under Fire. Is that familiar at all? Courage Under Fire, 1996. Denzel Washington. Good movie, actually. Good movie. Well, maybe you'll remember this one. Number 15. This is from 1998. So pretty old. This is a Spike Lee. A convict father and basketball prodigy son. So Denzel's the convict, and he has a son that's a prodigy basketball player. Spike Lee gives this story a poetic pulse. He's torn between family, fame, and forgiveness. It's got kind of a cool name, this movie. NBA star Ray Allen is the co-star in a breakout role. That's Ray Allen, I guess. This is a sports film that's about so much more. Of course. The final one-on-one game between Denzel and Allen was completely unscripted, but became a closing scene. There you go. That's cool. Anybody remember the name of this movie? Going once, going twice. This is He Got Game. He Got Game from 1998. Yeah, it's number 15 on our Denzel Washington list. Now, I'm going to bet you know the next one. I'm going to bet it. I'm going to bet quite a bit. We're counting down the top 20 Denzel Washington movies. And this was a cool movie. Apocalyptic. A blind warrior on a sacred mission. The world has burned. Now words matter most. He carries a book that could save mankind. There you go. I was wondering if you're still here, Ramos. We went through a little patch there of Sappy. What's going on, man? Action meets faith in a dusty wasteland. The twist that makes you want to rewatch it immediately. Oh, yeah. I did want to rewatch this. Denzel trained in martial arts for months to do the fight scenes himself. This has Mila Kunis in it, right? Mila Kunis. Kind of a cool role. Yeah. Denzel Washington. The Book of Eli is, of course, correct from 2010. Hey, perfect. Nothing like listening to Retro Rocket Live while you do other stuff. I was giving the clues while I was watching the Masters. So there you go. All right, number 13. I'm not sure I saw this one. He lands a plane upside down. Kinda. A hero becomes a suspect when truth hits. Alcohol, guilt, and God crash harder than steel. His most vulnerable human role to date. This is 2012. He flies high and falls hard. Oscar nod included. I like these quizzes today. Any guesses on this one? The plane stunt was inspired by a real incident, but with added drama. Yeah. Well, you gotta add a little drama, right? Got a little drama. Anybody remember this movie? Sounds like he was an alcoholic pilot. Yeah, Stewart's in the house. Yeah, we've been waiting for you, Stuart. Actually, we didn't wait for you, but glad you're here. Flight is correct. All right, we're down to number 12. Denzel Washington movies. Here we go. This one's cool because it has Val Kilmer in it. A bomb tears through a New Orleans ferry. He's pulled into a time-bending investigation. Tech and love blur as past and future mix. Can he rewrite the moment before it happens? Hey, yeah, you know it. Happy. Hey. That is correct. Sci-fi thriller with emotion and explosions. So I don't remember this movie, and I feel like I want to go back and watch it. There's so many on that list. All my spare time, I'm going to do it. This was Denzel's third collaboration with director Tony Scott, and it shows in the style. Deja Vu is, of course, correct. From the year 2006. 2006. Very good with Val Kilmer. There you go. We're down to number 11. We're down to number 11. Hey, Stuart. Glad you're here, man. This is all the way back in 1995. A nuclear sub, 2 captains, and 1 missile order. Tension mounts beneath the ocean's surface. Denzel matches wits with a fiery Gene Hackman. This is the Gene Hackman one. All roads lead back. Mutiny, morality, and military duty collide. Yeah, Rhombus. Who gets the last word when the world is at stake? A fun fact of Crimson Tide, 1995, is Quentin Tarantino did uncredited rewrites to spice up the dialogue, especially the pop culture bits. Huh. That's cool. So, uncredited rewrites by Quentin Tarantino. Who knew? Not us. Not us. That was number 11. So we're down to the top 10 Denzel Washington movies. Here we go. Number 10. A quiet man with a mysterious past. Now this is from 2014.
He keeps a stopwatch, and he uses it very well. He works at a hardware store by day, and he protects the innocent and punishes the wicked. Sounds like Charles Bronson in that one movie, right? That one series of movies. He turns a corkscrew into a weapon of justice. Now that sounds pretty brutal. Correct. You are right. He turns a corkscrew into a weapon of justice. The character is based on a 1980s TV show, but Denzel made it iconic on his own terms. The Equalizer from 2014. There he is. Looking kind of tough. You're familiar with the Charles Bronson ones, right? The Revenge Killer. Vigilante. Turkish train scene. It sounds good. Number 9. This one's kind of different. From the year 2000. A coach walks into a racially divided locker room. He leads with discipline and with heart. This is actually based on true events in 1970s Virginia. A football team becomes a symbol of unity. Yeah, correct, Rhombus. Remember this? Left side, strong side. I guess they said that a lot. Left side, strong side. Many of the film's players were based on real people who later reunited for the movie premiere. That's kind of cool. Remember the Titans is indeed correct. From the year 2000. There he is, Denzel as a football coach. They must have won. I mean, the story wouldn't be as good if they didn't win, right? After all, we remember the Titans. Yes. We are down to the number 8 Denzel Washington movie from 1999. If you can get this one. A boxer wrongly imprisoned for murder. But he turns his cell into a sanctuary of the mind. A teenage boy helps change history. Denzel's rage simmers under the surface. Simmering rage. Yeah, it's kind of the Denzel thing. I am innocent, and you believe it. That must be a key saying. Yeah, correct, Stuart. The Hurricane from 1999. The real Reuben Carter said Denzel's portrayal truly captured his soul. Well, that's cool. Reuben Carter's story. The Hurricane. We're doing Denzel Washington top 20 movies, incidentally. And we're all the way down to number 7 next. This next movie, I remember this next movie. It's very cool. Very cool movie from 2007. Harlem Streets. Power in a Tailored Suit. This one's based on a real drug
kingpin named Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas. Correct, Stuart. You're correct. His empire rises with ruthless business savvy. Russell Crowe plays the detective on his trail. And incidentally, we're going to be doing top 20 Russell Crowe movies soon. It's definitely on my short list. I think that'll be a good one. My man, a cold catchphrase with weight. The script took years to develop, with Denzel signing on after several rewrites. So Denzel didn't like it at first, I guess. American Gangster is, of course, correct, from the year 2007. There he is, in a suit. American Gangster. Russell Crowe plays the detective. So this will be on the Russell Crowe list when we eventually do it, so don't forget it. All right, this next one's kind of different. Number 6 from 1998. Evil whispers through a haunting stone saw. That's a good clue. A serial killer dies, but the horror lives on. Often does. Denzel plays a detective chasing the invisible. Now, this is interesting. The demon passes through touch. Not virtuosity. You'll never hear "Time Is on My Side" the same way. So I guess that's the song. I don't remember seeing this movie. I do not remember seeing it. Sounds pretty cool. This sleeper cult classic gained a following years after its early release. So again, this was 1998. So this is a long time ago. And there he is, Denzel, drinking a beer. And the movie was called Fallen. Fallen. Does that sound familiar? No? We're going to have to look that one up, I think. But the robots seem to think it's pretty good because it's number 6. Of course, the robots thought all these ladies we've never heard of were historically influential in the last round. All right, number 5. Top 5. Top 5. Here we go. One day, one ride, total corruption. Don't know what that means. A rookie cop meets his streetwise mentor. Denzel plays a villain, and he wins an Oscar for it. Typecast. King Kong ain't got nothing on me is a saying in the movie. Yeah. How'd you guys know that one? You both knew that one. Stuart, Ramos? King Kong ain't got shit on me. Is the proper way to say it? Alonzo Harris defined what a lead actor could be. There you go. Denzel improvised many iconic lines, pushing the character into legendary status. You are correct. It is Training Day. Training Day. From 2001. He was busy right around the turn, 21st century. Between 98 and 2005, he did a ton of work. All right, we're down to number 4. You know, this is all the way from 1993. And he definitely looks different here. He was an actor. 2 lawyers, 1 groundbreaking case. He starts with prejudice and ends with compassion. He plays opposite Tom Hanks in a raw legal drama. AIDS, stigma, and justice all on the line. His courtroom transformation is deeply human. Yeah, that's it. Stuart, Rhombus, you both got it at exactly the same time. Stuart's name is listed above Rhombus's, though, just so you know. But they both popped up on my screen simultaneously. This was one of the first major Hollywood films to tackle AIDS and homophobia head on. Head on. Look, is that Denzel? That don't look like him. He's an actor. Philadelphia is correct. Philadelphia, 1993. That is correct. We're down to the top three. Top three Denzel Washington movies. Here we go. Number 3. From all the way from 1989. Way back. Civil War, the 54th Massachusetts Infantry. A runaway slave turned fierce soldier. Tear-streaked punishment etched in the film's history. He earned his first Oscar for a Best Supporting Actor role. A performance that stole the whole film. Denzel stole the film. This is all the way back in 1989. Can you believe that? His improvised single tear during the flogging scene is one of the cinema's most moving moments. Correct you are, Stuart. Correct you are. His improvised single tear during the flogging scene is one of cinema's most moving moments. There you go. Glory is correct. Glory, 1989. Down to the top two. Top 2 Denzel Washington movies. Number 2. This is fairly recent. Kind of recent. 2016. Is that recent? You guys tell me. I don't know. 2016 seems kind of recent. A garbage man with Shakespearean depth. He adapts August Wilson's Pulitzer-winning play. This was a play. Denzel directs and commands every scene. This explores pride, family, and missed dreams. We're still talking about Glory. His monologues hit like punches to the soul. Pride, family, and missed dreams. He's a garbage man. Training Day 2? No. He originally played the role on Broadway and brought his entire cast to the screen. It doesn't even look like Denzel out there. Is that Denzel? Maybe that's not Denzel. Maybe Denzel's just the director. I don't know. It's called Fences. Fences. That's not familiar? No? Okay. Robots liked it. All right, you know number 1. You do know this one. And this was what early Denzel. 1992. From street hustler to civil rights icon. This is Spike Lee's epic and Denzel's transformation. Denzel took on this character and looked just like him. Every phase of the man embodied completely. So this, remember our method actors? This is what got Denzel on that list. This part right here. It's got Denzel on the list. A tour de force of power, politics, and pain. There it is, Stuart. There it is. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. I don't know. I guess that's something he said. Fun fact. Nelson Mandela appears in the final scene and insisted Denzel play Malcolm from the start. So it is Malcolm X. Malcolm X. There he is, Malcolm X. 1992. Definitely looked just like him. I was trying to read my clues here. All right. Let's do the top 20 Russell Crowe movies. All right. Like I said, they start off a little obscure. This is 2010. 2010. He plays a man whose ordinary life is shattered overnight. His wife is arrested, and no one believes she's innocent. As plans unravel, he crosses moral lines to free her. Sounds like a good husband. The film asks, how far would you go for love? How far would you go for love? It's a thriller, but his quiet intensity, Russell Crowe, Mr. Quiet Intensity, grounds it. I mean, that's really accurate, right? Russell Crowe is quiet intensity. Anybody know this one? 2010. Sounds like an interesting story. I'm not remembering. Hey, very good. You are correct. You are correct. The next 3 days. This role proved Crowe could carry suspense with emotion and grit. There it is. Good job. You got it. Taking it for the team. Very good. All right, number 19. This is all the way back in 1991. And he looked very young here. It's like a teenager. One of his earliest roles in Australian cinema. He plays a cocky dishwasher with dangerous charm. The film centers on a blind photographer and trust. Their friendship grows, then spirals into betrayal. Sounds like a good story. Anybody know the Australian flick? When he was a teenager? A raw and fascinating performance at the start of his career. Any guesses? 1991. There he is. How old do you think he is there? Like 17? This is called Proof. Proof marked the arrival of a bold new talent in Australian film. There you go. That's going back a bit. 1991. All right. Well, let's go to number 18 and move up a little bit. And we've actually had this movie on the Ridley Scott. This is a Ridley Scott. It was 2006. This is Crowe in a rare romantic comedy. He plays a banker who inherits a vineyard in France. The plot blends wine, love, and second chances. He trades boardrooms for sunsets and soul searching. It's a gentler, more charming side of him. And a weird one. Weird Ridley Scott, right? Anybody remember it? Yeah, Stuart. Good job. You got it. This film let Crowe show off his relaxed, humorous side. That's right, it was called A Good Year. It sounds like a boring movie, though, right? If everything just goes good, and you're like tired and have a vineyard and no money problems. Anyway, this film let Crowe show off his relaxed, humorous side. Yeah, Ridley Scott. How about that? Everything's connected. Everything's connected. Did you hear I'm changing the name of the show to Dave's After Dark? Dave's After Dark. I don't know if you like that or not. We'll talk about it later. Okay. His directorial debut and a deeply personal story. He plays a father searching for his sons lost at Gallipoli. The film is part war drama, part spiritual quest. It explores grief, faith, and scars of conflict. Anybody know? He delivers a grounded, emotional performance. I don't know what that means. Grounded but emotional. I'm not sure what that means. His directorial debut is maybe the key clue here. He stepped behind the camera and didn't miss a beat. This is 2014, incidentally. Anybody remember this? The picture, now that you can tell what it is kind of a clue. Yeah, it's called The Water Diviner. The Water Diviner. I guess it wasn't very popular. There you go. Why it's number 17. Let's move up to number 16. Now, this picture is not going to help you much, other than it's a good picture of his co-star. He's in it, but you can't hardly tell. If you remember the movie poster, that's where this came from. This is 2008, and he stars opposite Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's a spy thriller. His character directs covert operations from a safe distance. I know. I'm still trying to find myself on the channel. I'm trying to figure out how to make it successful. We'll talk about it more later. I'm trying, man. I like all my names. I just got to find the right one. He's cold, calculating, and utterly convincing. The film critiques post 9/11 intelligence work. Crowe gained weight and aged himself to fit the role. I hate when you have to gain weight for the role. I had to do that for the show tonight. Put on 2 pounds just for the show. Anybody know what that was called? It's called Body of Lies. Body of Lies. There you go. We're down to number 15. They're going to start being more familiar. Oh, Matt Out knew it. Matt Out knew it. And Standing knew it. Just the internet's a little slow. So, I trust you. I believe you. Based on a true story of boxer James J. Braddock. A washed-up fighter gets a second chance during the Great Depression. Crowe captures the humility and heart of a man fighting for his family. Arena! Arena's all the way from Omsk, Russia today. Hey, Arena. Some sort of pirated platform. Don't know how you're on YouTube in Russia. The film is emotional, rousing, and steeped in dignity. It's directed by Ron Howard. It's one of Crowe's most beloved roles. Oh, Stuart has it. Stuart had it way back when. Sorry, Stuart, I was busy talking to my wife. That's right. Cinderella Man is correct. He brought grit and grace to his working class hero. There you go. All right. We're down to number 14. Now, I like this movie. I don't think it's one of his most popular, but I like it. He plays an outlaw with charisma and menace. The film is a tense, morally complex Western. Usually, Westerns aren't that morally complex, right? Usually. His chemistry with Christian Bale drives the story. His character is dangerous, but strangely likable. Yeah. I know, Stuart. I know. I haven't been giving you the credit you deserve tonight. I know it. I know it. I've been telling stories and trying to do my clues good. I've been slacking. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch real clear. Standing has this one, but that's not the complete answer, Crowe redefined the modern outlaw with charm and depth. This isn't your typical good versus evil shootout. There you go. Stuart's got the slightly more complete answer. 310 to Yuma. 310 to Yuma is correct. We'll give you both credit for that one. All right, number 13. You know this one. A dark epic retelling of the biblical flood. A dark epic. Crowe's struggled with faith, power, and isolation. Correct. We're going to give that one to Maddow. It's more psychological drama than Sunday school tale. I like the clues tonight. I'm going to have to give the robot some credit or maybe a better dessert or something. The visuals are striking, the tone deeply serious. Some found it strange, but his performance is compelling. So some found his performance strange. You are correct for that. This is Noah. Noah, 2014. This is the Noah you've never seen before. Haunted and human. I don't think I've seen it. I couldn't get through it. I don't know why. I gotta watch it. I gotta go back and watch that. No doubt. Now this one's interesting. This is all the way back in 1992. So, he was 17 in that other one. He must have been 18 in this one. He plays a violent neo-Nazi in suburban Australia. It's raw, uncomfortable, and brutally realistic. You saw it last week. That's interesting. Did you guys watch, a bunch of Russell Crowe to prepare for the game today? Spent about 20 hours preparing. Or you would have to spend 40 hours, right? The film confronts racism and extremism head on. Its intensity is both terrifying and unforgettable. Yeah, how'd you know that? Except for that's not the full answer. But we're going to give you credit, Sandy. We're going to give you credit for this. Yeah, Stuart's got pretty close. And I kind of like the way he put the A's on the end. Romper Stomper is correct. So we're going to give both Standing and Stuart credit for that one. The disturbing debut revealed the fierce force Crowe could be. There you go. All right, now this one's a little different. 2016. It's a buddy comedy set in the sleazy 70s. Jen's in the house. Mine's in the house. Mind a Panda. He teams up with Ryan Gosling's bumbling detective. Their odd couple energy delivers big laughs. It's violent, stylish, and unexpectedly fun. Not bad, guys. There you go. That's close enough. Oh, there you go. So the correct answer is once again a combination of Standing and Stuart answers. Yeah. The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys. 2016. He proves that comedy suits him just as well as drama. Russell Crowe. Who'd have thunk? Ryan Gosling. I guess it's good. I don't know. Should we do Ryan Gosling movies? I don't know. I need a thumbs up, thumbs down on Ryan Gosling movies. I'm not sure. I would have to have a couple thumbs up to do that one. Number 10. He takes on the legendary outlaw with a grifter edge. This version focuses on Robin's origin. I gotta give it away. As a soldier and rebel. Yeah, correct. Mind the Panda. And Stuart. It's a darker, more grounded take than usual legend. Crowe reunites with Ridley Scott to bring scale and steel. Was Robin Hood in the Ridley Scott tribute that we did? I don't think, was it? I didn't think it was. Could be wrong. The action is intense, but so is the political tension. It's a political show. It's a good fun. You are all correct, of course. Robin Hood. Robin Hood from 2010. And this isn't your merry Robin. It's Rebellion with a Sword. This is the rough Robin. There he is, Robin Hood. The Ridley Scott Robin Hood. Okay. Next up, you might remember this one from Denzel. He plays a dogged detective chasing a heroin kingpin. The setting is Harlem, the 70s, and corruption at every turn. Not Training Day. There you go, Stuart. Opposite Denzel Washington, their dynamic is electric. His performance is quiet but relentless. That describes Russell Crowe again, right? Quiet but relentless. He brings a sense of weary justice to a dirty world. Weary justice to a dirty world. How about that? It's kind of nuanced. Yeah, but you guys all got it. American Gangster. 2007, actually. Crowe is the conscience of a crime epic soaked in style. See, these clues are terrific tonight. I don't know what got into the robot. I kind of scolded him on doing too short of clues last time, and man, the robot is on point with the clues tonight. All right, number 8. Not that I don't sit down and write every one of these clues every night. He sings. Yes, he sings. This Inspector. How do you say his name? Javert. I never know how to pronounce French. It's like some letters you say and some letters you don't. Hard to know. His voice divided fans, but his presence was undeniable. This is not Master and Commander. He plays the moral antagonist with stern conviction. He is wearing a uniform, so it's similar to Master and Commander that way. The story spans decades of revolution and redemption. He gives Javert, a human edge beneath the steel. I'm not sure how you say that. You are correct, madam. You are correct. This is Les Miserables. I said that one better. Les Miserables. All right. Hang on to those. When you give a wrong answer, you hang on to it for later. He commands a British warship across treacherous seas. It's Captain Aubrey. Or is it Aubrey? He balances duty and friendship. The film blends naval strategy with human drama. There you go. Now it's time. Mind the panna, beat you by a sliver, Stuart. You are correct. Just hang on to that Master and Commander answer, Minder Panda, and eventually you get it. The film blends naval strategy with human drama. His leadership feels authentic and layered. There's another Russell Crowe description. Authentic and layered. Its historical epic meets character study. Yes, it is. You know that it has an additional name. It has like a tag name. It's called Master and Commander, and then something else. Anybody remember? Master and Commander, and something else. Did you know that? Something else. It was The Far Side of the World. Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. Pretty interesting, huh? This may be his most complete, fully realized role. There you go. Number 6. Now this one's kind of different. He plays a computer-generated killer made from the minds of hundreds of criminals. That sounds like a weird concept. His character literally breaks out of a virtual prison. He's charming, psychotic, and stylishly unhinged. This is all the way back in 1995. So I don't know if this is only Australian theater. I don't think so. I think it's Crowe versus Denzel again, but in a cyberpunk face-off. Yeah, but how? How'd you know that? It sounds like a crazy concept. I definitely did not see this. I don't know if it's available somewhere. This was his earliest Hollywood role. Oh, there you go. And it was one of the wildest. Crowe dialed it up to an 11 as a digital villain with a twisted smile and a taste for chaos. Hey, Randy. Glad you're here. All right, we're down in the top 5 now. The top 5 Russell Crowe movies. Number 5, a newspaper thriller in the digital age. He plays a jaded journalist digging into murder and corruption. The story is layered with politics, betrayal, and tension. His chemistry with Rachel McAdams brings the warmth. It's smart, adult storytelling with an edge. A newspaper thriller in the digital age. This is 2009. Correct you are, Stuart. Very good. Very good. You guys are getting good at these Russell Crowe ones. State of play is correct. 2009. Crowe makes investigative journalism feel like combat. Are these clues cool tonight? I guess you could say no. We're down to the top 4. Rachel McAdams. There she is. Number 4. This is 1997. Go back a while. And this is where Hollywood truly noticed him. He plays a guy named Bud White, who's a cop with fists and a moral code. The film is drenched in noir and corruption. I said it right the first time tonight. Noir. I like saying noir so much, we're going to base the entire channel on noir in the future. His performance is intense, physical, but also emotional. Oh, yes. Looks like Maddow beat Stewart out just barely there. Hey, doctor's in the house. Good to see the doctor. It's always good to have a doctor. His performance is intense, physical, but it's also emotional. He showed he could do action and subtlety in one scene. Yes, LA Confidential is of course correct. Cool movie, right? This was his U.S. breakout and a signal of greatness to come. Yeah, LA Confidential. Cool movie, right? Kim Basinger. Teammate. Top 3. 1999. He transforms into whistleblower Jeffrey Wiggin. The story centers on tobacco, lies, and corporate pressure. Crowe disappears into the role with restraint and sadness. The character wrestles with fear and conscience. Who knows this one? Yeah, Maddow. I guess he didn't he win Academy Award for this? Or maybe. I think so. It's not loud, but it's deeply powerful. His performance is haunting, quiet, and unforgettable. Sounds like he should have won if he didn't win the award. Yeah, good movie, right? Underrated. Yeah, The Insider. They probably tried. 1999. There he is. Transformed himself, didn't he? Okay, top two. Now this is one of my favorite Russell Crowe ones. The next one. I like a lot of Russell Crowe. These last two are just off the chart, right? That one was off the chart too. He plays mathematician John Nash with vulnerability and nuance. The film spans decades and shifting reality. Maddow. Yeah, doctor, you're close. You're close, doctor, but you're not perfect. Crowe conveys genius, fear, and love all at once. His emotional range carries the film from start to finish. Yes, everybody's got it now. He was nominated for another Oscar and won a Golden Globe. So did he ever win? I mean, he's been nominated a bunch of times. Did he ever win? I don't know. I can't remember. And you're correct. Everybody's correct. It's A Beautiful Mind. A Beautiful Mind. This is all the way back in 2001. And this role revealed his mastery of complex emotional storytelling. There you go. Oh, Stuart, don't ruin it. Stuart, beat it. Maximus, commander of armies, husband to a murdered wife. These clues are just nice. The role that won him the Academy Award, finally, okay, here it is. He never won, they finally gave it. He fights for revenge and honor in the Roman Empire. Every word, every look is pure cinematic presence. Yeah, well, when you're down to the top one and you've done 20 of them and it's not there so far. Yeah. And what's the most famous line from this movie that he says? What's the most famous line? With this role, Crowe became immortal in film history. Yes, he did. Maximus. And what's the famous line? What's the famous line? He said it like right, almost where this picture's taken, like right afterwards. Not strength and honor. Oh, I like that. How about, are you not entertained? Okay, you know the rules. Robots paint, you guess. I do give some clues along the way. You're going to be doing the top 20 Ridley Scott directed movies. Now, these might start a little hard because remember, we're counting down. So this is the number 20 Ridley Scott movie. So it might be a little bit obscure. This neo-noir film blends crime, romance, and suspense in late 1980s New York setting. It features a cop caught between duty and desire as he protects a wealthy witness. The film stars Tom Berenger and Mimi Rogers in a high-stakes love triangle. Now, unlike Scott's usual blockbusters, this one has an intimate, moody atmosphere. Its title comes from a famous jazz standard by George Gershwin. All right, now I knew this would be tough. Hey, Stuart. Hey, anybody know which one this one is? Now remember, this is number 20, so the first few are going to be a little hard because of the more obscure movies. This is Mr. Ridley Scott. Anybody know? Anybody got a guess at this one? Neo-noir film. Going once, going twice. This one is Someone to Watch Over Me. Someone to Watch Over Me. Does that sound familiar at all? 1987. 1987. All right, I knew that was tough. This was one of Ridley Scott's few ventures into romantic thriller genre. Now, also obscure, a rare romantic comedy in the filmography of a director known for sci-fi and action. Well, we know who that is. It's about a workaholic London banker who unexpectedly inherits a vineyard out of the blue. I've got a vineyard. The story is set in the breathtaking countryside of Provence, France. Anybody remember this one? Russell Crowe stars in the film, reuniting with Scott after a major historical epic. Anybody know? Yeah, these first few are hard because they're the more obscure of Ridley Scott's films, right? We get down to number 20. It's based on a novel by Peter Mayle. Yeah, so almost. You got the idea, King. King has the idea. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Good to see everybody in the house tonight. Let's see. Ridley Scott, who directed the film, actually owns a vineyard in Provence. So really close, King. We would have to give it to you, I guess. It's called A Good Year. A Good Year. 2006. Sorry to be precise. All right, next up, number 18. This crime drama unravels betrayal, power, and murder within a fashion empire. The film explores the downfall of one of Italy's most famous luxury brands. Doctors in the house. We're down to number 18. Lady Gaga plays a central role, delivering a heavily accented performance. The story revolves around the assassination of Maurizio Gucci. This is Gucci. Father, son, and House of Gucci became an instantly meme-worthy line. Yeah. Okay, you guys all got it. House of, except Doctor didn't get it. Wrong family. Wrong family. That's a... Yeah, House of Gucci is the correct answer. 2021. The real Gucci family was not happy with this film's portrayal of their history. Oh, well. It happens. All right, we're on to number 17 next. Good to see everybody in the house. Let's play some robot speed painting. Goodbye, History Love. This film is based on a tragic real-life sailing expedition. It follows a group of teenage boys learning discipline and teamwork at sea. A catastrophic storm sets their survival skills in the open ocean. Tests their survival skills. Jeff Bridges plays the tough but fair captain of the ship. Not like a pirate. Jeff Bridges was fair. The film's title refers to a rare and sudden type of maritime storm. Anybody remember this? Kind of a cool movie. You kind of know what's going to happen, right? You already know what's going to happen. Anybody know this? Going once. The film's true story inspired the motto, "Where we go one, we go all." We go all. Cyclone. I like that answer, but a wrong answer. It's another type of storm. 1996 is the year of this movie, in case that helps. Anybody know? You'll kick yourself. White Squall. White Squall, of course. Yeah. All right. I told you these first few would be tough. First few would be tough. Number 16. They're getting easier. A gritty crime thriller blending American and Japanese culture. It follows two New York PD officers caught in a deadly Yakuza underworld. The protagonist, played by Michael Douglas, I have a Michael Douglas story too, if we ever get to that, is a tough cop with a troubled past. I like to slip in my personal stories. The film was shot in Japan, giving it a strikingly neon-lit aesthetic. Yeah, you got it. Stuart knows. Stuart knows. Hans Zimmer's score added to the film's stylish, action-packed feel. King's got it too. Okay, everybody's getting this one. I knew they'd start getting easier. Many real Yakuza members reportedly attended screenings in Japan. And yes, you do have it. It is Black Rain. Black Rain, 1989. Anyway, once on the island of Lanai, which I told you about, that's where the one that Larry Ellison owns currently. I went to this resort hotel and I played golf, lots of golf. And I played golf right behind, all day long, Michael Douglas. And he was playing with that sports agent guy. Anyway, interesting. And then I sat with him at lunch on the deck of the clubhouse, just me and my ex-wife and him and the agent. That was it. That's my Michael Douglas story. He's pretty short. He didn't hit it very far. All right, next up. A biblical epic about one of the history's most famous prophets. The film features grand-scale battle scenes and massive plagues. Christian Bale plays a leader who challenges an empire. You know this one? It's kind of dark. The picture's kind of dark. Robots chose a dark picture. The movie tells the story of the Israelites' struggle for freedom. It is based on the book of Exodus and follows the parting of the Red Sea. Well, I think that's part of the story, kind of, Stuart. But what was the movie called? What was the movie called? I'll give you a hint that it was 2014. 2014. The film stirred controversy for its casting of white actors in Middle Eastern roles. Yeah, well, I could see that. Well, how about Exodus, Gods and Kings? Exodus, Gods and Kings. Sound familiar at all? Well, they're going to get easier. Not yet, but they're going to get easier eventually. Number 14. All right, this is an obscure one that I didn't know about. a medieval drama based on real historical events in the 14th century France. Well, we like that history stuff here on Quick Bite History Live. It explores themes of justice, honor, and a woman's fight for truth. The story is told from multiple perspectives, showing different versions of events. Sounds interesting. Now, this movie did star Matt Damon and Adam Driver. Adam Driver's in a lot of Ridley Scott movies. And Jodie Comer. It depicts France's last official recognized trial by combat. Trial by combat. Yeah. King's got it. King has it. He has it. King has it 3 times on my board. Way to be emphatic. These are Ridley Scott movies, Alex. Ridley Scott movies. He's the director, famous director, Ridley Scott movies. And yes, the Doctor has it. The King has it with The Last Duel. The Last Duel, 2021. The script was co-written by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. There you go. Number 13. I think everybody will get this one. A horror thriller sequel to 1991 Academy Award-winning classic. Its protagonist is a brilliant but terrifying cannibalistic serial killer. Anthony Hopkins reprises his chilling role, now living in Florence, Italy. Nice, a little refined. A disfigured former victim seeks revenge on the title character. Well, Silence of the Lamb was the original story, right? And then many years went by, and Ridley Scott helped make the sequel. A shocking dinner scene features an unthinkable act of gastronomy. Yes, it does. King has it again. King's on the board again. A shocking dinner scene, I'd say. Yes, Hannibal is indeed the correct answer. Hannibal. Jodie Foster. Anybody know the year that Hannibal was made? The first one was 1991, the Jodie Foster one. And then Hannibal was a little bit later. Jodie Foster declined to return as Clarice. Juliana Moore played Clarice Starling. Anyway, 2001. 2001 was the year. Yeah, King had that. King had that too. All right, here we go. Next up. A grand historical epic set during the Crusades. Orlando Bloom plays a humble blacksmith who rises to become a knight. The story centers on the battle for Jerusalem in the 12th century. King, I don't know. King's not fair. Well, Stuart got it right after. Stuart, I think if you had a faster internet, you might have beat King on that one. The film's extended cut is considered vastly superior to the theatrical version. It features breathtaking siege, warfare, and diplomatic Richard the Lionheart. The film's director cut is often regarded as one of Ridley Scott's best works. Well, there you go. That's something. And yes, you are correct. It is Kingdom of Heaven, 2005. Excuse me for a sec. I do apologize. As soon as I got going on the show, my allergies just start kicking in. Apologize. Anyway, yes, you are correct. Kingdom of Heaven, 2005. One of his best films. Oh, Doctor, did you win? You weren't first. You were correct, but not first. Now, this one was offbeat. I didn't even know about this one. Good luck. A dark fantasy tale filled with mythical creatures and dreamlike visuals. A young Tom Cruise stars as a hero trying to save his love and the world. Tim Curry plays an iconic horned villain known as Darkness. King! King, king, king! Yes. Who are you, King? Where are you from? You're nailing these. The film was heavily edited, with multiple versions released. Unicorns play a crucial role in the film's fairy tale-like story. This one sounds weird. Tim Curry's makeup for Darkness took over 5 hours to apply. No doubt. No doubt. Tom Cruise. What a weird movie. What a weird movie. 1985, they were all partying too much, right? Yes, we are doing Ridley Scott movies, in case anybody's new. Ridley Scott directed movies is the category. And we're down to number 10. Now we've got the top 10. And so they're a lot easier. A lot easier. The pictures may not be any better, but a prequel to the legendary sci-fi horror franchise, though it stands on its own. Yeah, it does. Definitely stands on its own. But this is my favorite. A team of scientists sets off on a deep space mission to discover humanity's origins. The film introduces an eerie philosophical android played by Michael Fassbender. Yes. You have it correct. Oh, and Irwin's in the house. That was nearly a tie between King and Irwin. Yeah. It is part of the Alien series. However, it is called something other than just Alien. Its most shocking scene involves a self-performed alien surgery. That's right. That is a gross scene. And it's a robot, isn't it? The film was originally conceived as a direct Alien prequel, but evolved into a broader mythology. There you go. I like that movie. Prometheus, 2012. There it is. Pretty good picture by the robots, right? Not bad. All right, yeah, Aliens, Prometheus. I think it stands alone on its own, don't you? No, a prequel in the storyline, in the historical story, right? It wasn't created before, yeah. There you go. Correct. Prometheus was made later, but it told the story of earlier. Okay, we're doing the next one. Anybody remember this one? A gripping crime drama based on the real-life rise and fall of a 1970s drug kingpin. It stars Denzel Washington. Russell Crowe plays the determined cop trying to bring him down. The story is set in New York amid a backdrop of corruption and organized crime. Yes, of course, everybody's getting this one correct. Very good job. King, I think you were first, but Stuart, you were right there. Right there. The film's title says it all. This is a gangster epic with an American twist. The real Frank Lucas, played by Denzel Washington's performance, said that the performance was very accurate. Wow. Okay. American Gangster, 2007. There it is, American Gangster. That was number 9. That means we're all the way down to number 8. This one will be pretty easy. We need an easy one. A space survival story filled with humor, ingenuity, and stunning visuals. A lone astronaut is stranded on Mars. after the crew believes he's dead. Matt Damon's character uses science and sheer willpower to stay alive. I can't believe those guys left him. Why did they leave him? It seemed like they were a little premature. His signature line, "I'm going to have to science the heck out of this," became iconic. NASA loved the film, saying it was one of the most realistic depictions of space survival. Well, how many guys have they sent to Mars? Correct. Hey, Brad's in the house. Everybody's home tonight. Very good. Brad, I think you had it first. The Martian. Very good. Everybody's getting it. Of course, Dr. King Stewart. Everybody knows this was The Martian. The potatoes grown by the protagonist in the movie were real, planted by the production team. Did they really grow them in Matt Damon's shit? I hope not. Hope they didn't share those. Anyway, I thought they were a little premature leaving Mars without him. Kind of my thinking. All right, here we go with this number 7, Ridley Scott's debut feature film. This goes all the way back to his first feature film, showcasing his signature visual style. It tells the true story of 2 French officers who fight a series of duels over decades. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. Have you guys seen this movie? The film was set during the Napoleonic Wars. Well, then he returned to do the other movie. That's cool. With meticulous period detail. Yeah, you got it, Stuart. Very good. Stuart's on the board. Doctor Harvey Keitel and Keith Carradine star as the dueling rivals. Its influence is seen later in Ridley Scott historical epics. Yeah. The film won Best Debut Film at the Cannes Film Festival. I would think so. So this was its first one, I guess, huh? Interesting. And I don't know if I said the date or not. Anybody know the date? Not giving you much time to get the date. Yeah. No, I don't think I've seen it. I have to watch it. I'm going to go back and watch that. 1977. 1977 was the year. Close, Doctor. We'll take it. Well, I think we all know this one. One of the most beloved historical epics ever made. Russell Crowe plays a betrayed Roman general turned gladiator. The film's villain, played by Joaquin Phoenix, is one of cinema's most hated emperors. Yes. It won the Academy Award for Best Picture, reviving the historical genre, which we love here on Quick Ride History Live. Of course. Everybody's got it. We're going to give everybody credit on this one. King Stewart, Doctor. Are you not entertained? Is one of its most famous quotes. The character Maximus is fictional, but was inspired by real Roman generals. There you go. I never could figure out whether it was fictional or real. Anybody remember the year for Gladiator? What year did they make that thing? Anybody? Anybody know the year for Gladiator? I will have my vengeance. Daddy Yates close. How about right on 2000? The year 2000. That's farther back than I knew. I will have my vengeance. Yeah, I think you guys know this one too. And we're going to start with the date, 2001. A harrowing war film based on a true U.S. military mission.
It depicts the disastrous 1993 Battle of Mogadishu in Somalia. Mogadishu. The film features an ensemble cast including Josh Hartnett and Ian McGregor. Wow, Ian McGregor, motorcycle fame. Its intense, chaotic battle sequence put the audience in the soldier's shoes. Yeah, you guys got it. This is Sparta. I like that. I guess that was the last one. You guys got it. Leave No Man Behind is central to the film's emotional impact. And yes, you are correct. Black Hawk Down. 2001. Actual U.S. military personnel were consulted to ensure the authenticity of the movie. Yeah, pretty cool picture. Robots did good. That was number 5, so we've only got 4 left. Top 4 movies. And I have to be honest, I didn't even know this next one was Ridley Scott, and I guess I just never paid attention. I hate it when I don't pay attention. A groundbreaking film that became a symbol of female empowerment. 2 women set off on a road trip that turns into a crime-fueled escape. Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon, star of Rocky Horror fame, star as the titular characters. Titular. The robots like to use that word. A young Brad Pitt had his breakout role in this movie. Correct. Stuart had it first. Stuart, Dr. King, everybody knows. And I don't know why. I didn't know that was Ridley Scott. Did you guys know that was Ridley Scott? I don't know why. I just didn't pay attention. Its famous ending is one of the most iconic in film history. Yeah, it is. I guess the robots could have chose that picture to show. Thelma and Louise, as everybody knows. And anybody know the year? Anybody know the year for this movie? The film's script won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. Yeah, it is very original. Quirky movie. Anybody know? Nice. Yeah, close, King. Very close. 1991. All right, 3 left. Top 3. Everybody's going to know all of these. We're just going to revisit them for fun. A visually stunning and philosophical sci-fi noir. Set in a dystopian 2019 Los Angeles. It explores what it means to be human. Harrison Ford stars as a detective hunting rogue androids called replicants. Correct. Harrison Ford stars as the detective hunting rogue androids. Oh, I guess I already said that. The film's neon-lit visuals, deep themes influenced generations of filmmakers. Yeah, they did. Everybody copied the look, right? It created a dystopian look. Love it. The acid rain in Los Angeles, right? Very cool. Tears in the Rain is one of the most famous monologues in sci-fi history. It is. That was so cool. What's that robot's name? I forget what that robot's name is. But he does that monologue. That's just incredible. Anybody know the year? Who knows the year for Blade Runner? The final cut of Blade Runner is Ridley Scott's definitive version of the film, fixing studio-imposed changes. Rutger Hauer. Correct. Anyway, last 2, and these will not be surprises.
a masterpiece of sci-fi horror that changed the genre forever. It follows a spaceship crew encountering a terrifying extraterrestrial threat. Sigourney Weaver's Ripley became one of cinema's greatest heroines. The film's tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream," is legendary. That's a cool tagline, no doubt. No one can hear you scream. The chest burster scene remains one of the most shocking moments in movie history. I think I jumped. Pretty sure I was pretty grossed out. I think Doctor had that first. Very good. Well, did she get the cat there? Who knows the cat's name? What was the cat's name? Can't remember the cat's name. Anybody know? Over the year? Anything? Anybody got anything? The cast's horrified reactions to the chest burster scene were real. They were not told exactly what would happen. Well, there you go. Can you imagine acting that and having that happen? Oh my gosh. All right. Aliens. Close. You're always 1 or 2 years off, King. 1979. You're very close always. All right. The last one, which I'm surprised is the number 1 by the robots, but I just recently watched this on cable or on satellite. Ridley Scott's most recent historical epic. Joaquin Phoenix plays the famous French military leader. The film covers both his rise to power and his downfall. It features massive battle sequences with Scott's signature visual spectacle. That's correct. Everybody's got it. And King's back on top. Alex has it. Dr. Stewart. Despite its historical inaccuracies, Scott openly stated, "Get a life," to critics who nitpick the details. I didn't hear about that. I don't know. It's pretty interesting the way he I think he always films kind of in that gray, I don't know what you call it, film quality that he uses. It definitely was fitting with this movie, let's say. If you haven't seen it, it's certainly worth seeing. I mean, it's a spectacle for sure. That first shocking scene where he starts riding his horse into the battle, that's a little shocking in itself. This is just 2 years ago, 2023. Yeah, well, that was kind of fun, huh? You guys do most of those. What would you say? I'd say you batted 90%. Well, you know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. I do give some clues along the way that may or may not be helpful. Here we go. Top 20 Gene Hackman movies. I gotta tell you, I don't think I saw this first one. Number 20. You know, when you're doing a 20 countdown, 2019 might be a little more obscure. This film is a buddy cop comedy with a comedic twist. Gene Hackman teams up with a Saturday Night Live alum. The plot centers around solving a murder while dealing with a detective's personality disorder. Sounds interesting. The film's tone blends action with slapstick humor. So this is a comedy. Is that Dan Aykroyd? It looks like Dan Aykroyd. The film's Hackman's character is a hard-nosed cop forced to work with an eccentric partner. Anybody remember this movie? Gene Hackman, man. There he is on the left. That's Gene. Despite its mixed reception, the film shows Hackman's ability to balance comedy with his signature grit. So you remember it? What's it called? Nobody knows. Loose Cannons. Loose Cannons. Sound familiar now? Google that. There we go. Number 19. Number 19. A tense Cold War thriller involving political conspiracy. Hackman plays a tough army sergeant tasked with escorting a prisoner. The plot thickens when the prisoner escapes, leading to a deadly game of cat and mouse. The film features a young Tommy Lee Jones. Oh, that must be Tommy on the right. It highlights themes of betrayal within the military. The movie's intricate plot and Hackman's commanding presence make it an underrated gem. So when we figure out what this is, it's an underrated gem. Oh boy, I hope my internet's not doing too badly. We'll see. This is called The Package. This is called The Package. Package. Bum, bum, bum. We're down to number 18. Hopefully we'll get the internet going. A classic disaster film featured a capsized luxury liner. Who remembers that story? Hackman plays a fiery and determined reverend. That's right, he's the reverend. The survivors must navigate the upside down wreckage. So that's the whole movie is about the upside down boat underwater. And the big sexy part is Shelley Winters swimming underwater. You remember that? Known for its groundbreaking special effects at the time, it's one of the most iconic disaster films of the 1970s. Stuart had it. Very good. I remember, I don't know how old I was, but I definitely saw this. Well, 72, I'd have been, I don't know, 14 or something. 13 or 14. It's one of the most iconic disaster films of the 1970s, and the Poseidon adventure is correct. The film's success sparked a wave of disaster movies throughout the decade. It did. It was the first one. It was the first one. There you go. All right. Well, we're still in the obscure ones, but we're getting there. Number 17. A moving drama about love, loss, and midlife crisis. Doesn't sound like normal Gene Hackman. Hackman plays a man who leaves his longtime wife for a younger woman. It's a story of family upheaval and personal growth. The film co-stars Anne Margaret and Ellen Burstyn. Anybody remember this one? What this one's called? The title actually makes sense. Man in a midlife crisis leaves his wife for a younger woman. Hackman's performance is heartfelt and nuanced, portraying vulnerability. The film explores the complexity of relationships and the consequences of life-changing decisions. Anybody remember the name, though? 1985. Does that help? Quick, Google. Gene Hackman, 1985. It's called Twice in a Lifetime. Twice in a Lifetime. All right. Now, this next one, he was in a supporting role, not in a starring role. Well, I don't know if I'd say that. I guess maybe it was star too. It's a comedy that explores family, identity, and social norms. Hackman plays a conservative senator caught in a cultural clash. His daughter's engagement to a young man from a gay family sparks the chaos. Ah, that's right. So here's the key. Robin Williams and Nathan Lane star as the groom's unconventional parents. So this was the movie that he starred with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane. Hackman's comedic performance contrasts with his usual tough guy roles. Rumbus! Standing! There you go. The movie's dinner scene is a masterclass in comedic timing and awkward humor. Yeah, that's worth rewatching, that scene. Yes, The Birdcage is correct. 1996. I have a different one for Gene Hackman. We need to get into the serious, regular old Gene Hackman movie. Here we go. Number 15. A regular Gene Hackman movie. A gritty Western where Hackman plays a ruthless gunslinger. His character, Herod, rules a small town with an iron fist. The plot revolves around a dueling competition that he orchestrates. I'm remembering this now. This one has a twist. Stuart! Rhombus! Okay, now Rhombus, you beat him. You did. You both got it, though. So, who were the other actors in this? Who were the other key actors? Who played the woman that was the gunslinger? Hackman's villainous presence adds weight to the film's dark tone. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Leo's correct. And who played the woman? Anybody know? Anybody remember who played the woman? She looked good in this one. Let me tell you. Good looking lady in this one. This was directed by Sam Raimi. The movie's dynamic camera work and intense shootouts make it visually striking. Yeah, Sharon Stone, Quick and Dead. Maddow, I think you had it first there. There you go. All right, now I never even heard of this next one. This is all the way back in 1988. But you guys may have. It's a Vietnam War drama that was based on a true story. Hackman plays an Air Force colonel stranded behind enemy lines. That starts to sound familiar. He relies on a recon pilot, played by Danny Glover, for rescue. The story is a tense survival narrative with a focus on teamwork. Anybody remember what this one's called? 1988. Hackman's portrayal emphasizes his vulnerability and resilience. There you go, Stuart. You knew it. That is correct. Kind of an unusual name. I guess it stands for battalion. Is that right? Bat 21. The film's title, Bat 21, refers to the colonel's call sign during the rescue mission. Oh, that's his call sign. There you go, Bat 21. Got it. That was number 14. Good movie. I can't remember. It's worth going back to see, I think. I need to write these things down because I don't remember. Like I have time to watch these movies. Between my garden this time of year and making the shows, I'm pretty busy. Number 13, a legal thriller based on a John Grisham novel. Hackman plays a ruthless jury consultant manipulating a high-profile trial. He faces off against Dustin Hoffman's idealistic lawyer. The movie centers on jury tampering and corporate corruption. All right, now we're into some meat and potato Gene Hackman stories. Jury tampering and corporate corruption. John Cusack and Rachel Weisz play pivotal roles in exposing Hackman's schemes. Hackman's a schemer in this one. Anybody remember the name of this? John Grisham novel. I think the name of the movie is the same as the novel, I think. It's one of the few films where Hackman and Hoffman share a scene despite both being iconic actors of the same generation. They never like to share a scene. The Firm's a good guess. Incorrect. It's a different one. This was called Runaway Jury. Runaway Jury. There you go. Runaway Jury. How soon we forget. This next one's pretty cool. Number 12. A tense submarine thriller set during a nuclear crisis. Hackman's character is a stern and unyielding submarine captain. Conflict arises when his second in command, played by Denzel, we like Denzel, questions his orders. That's right, Denzel says, I ain't doing that. There you go. There you go. You guys were all fooled. But Maddow knew. Maddow had the answer. The movie explores themes of authority, duty, and moral ambiguity. The escalating tension between Hackman and Washington drives the plot. Yeah, this is the one that's all about that. Crimson Tide is correct. Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide 1995. Hans Zimmer's powerful score adds to the film's intense atmosphere. Yeah, that was pretty intense. It was a good one. All right. I'm not going to give you too much of a clue here. Next one is another legal thriller. I think you can just guess again. A legal thriller adapted from another John Grisham bestseller. This is that one. Hackman plays Avery Toller, a seasoned lawyer in a shady firm. There you go. Rumbus. Now it's time for The Firm. The protagonist is played by Tom Cruise, a young Tom Cruise. He uncovers the firm's dark secrets. Hackman's character is morally compromised, but somehow still sympathetic. The film explores corruption and moral costs of success. There you go, that's true. The Firm is correct. 1993, Hackman took a secondary billing to Tom Cruise, showcasing his willingness to support a younger star. What a guy. He let Tom Cruise have top billing. How about that? I don't know how old was Tom Cruise when he did that. He had probably in his 20s. What was Tom Cruise's first one? You remember Risky Business? Risky Business. Remember what was it? Rebecca De Mornay. Something like that. Anyway, okay, let's move on. Number 10. Halfway Home. A political thriller involving murder, espionage, and cover-ups. Hackman plays the Secretary of Defense entangled in a scandal. Secretary of Defense. Kevin Costner stars as a Navy officer caught in the conspiracy. I think we visited this one on Method Actors. I think we did. Hackman's character is powerful but deeply flawed. Deeply flawed. It is not 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, but I know where that is. I've been there. I haven't been in there, but I've been there. The movie's complex plot and unexpected ending left audiences buzzing. Everybody remember the name of the movie? Risky Business. That was a good one. There you go, Ty. You got it. No Way Out. Kevin Costner. 1987. 1987. Way back when. Let's go back even further. Now, you need to be very precise with this next answer. Okay? It's almost that. Because this is the sequel to Hackman's Oscar-winning role as Popeye Doyle. The plot follows Doyle's quest to catch a French drug smuggler. It is set in Marseille. It explores addiction and obsession. Hackman's portrayal is raw, unflinching, and intense. Oh, there you go. Stuart had the exact correct answer first. So that's good. Get all you guys, other guys on track. The film dives deeper into Doyle's personal struggles and vulnerabilities. Unlike the original, this sequel focuses more on character development than police procedural elements. I love those police procedurals. The French Connection 2 is correct. French Connection 2, Popeye Doyle. Popeye Doyle. Yeah, Stuart had it. Precisely correct answer. I kind of forgot about this next one. It's a sports drama about a small town high school basketball team. Cool. Hackman plays a tough, no-nonsense coach with a troubled past. Sounds like a good story. The story is about redemption and the power of teamwork. Ty walks the talk. Standing. Bad spelling. Standing. Dennis Hopper received an Oscar nomination for his role as a recovering alcoholic assistant coach. Sounds like this team had some problems. Bad leadership. Hoosiers is correct. Hoosiers. All the way back in 1986. The movie is loosely based on the true story of Milan High School team that won the 1954 state championship. There you go. That's cool. It's a true story. We like that. Yeah. Not typing well and bad spell check is a part of this game. My poor pronunciation is a part of this game as well. And certainly my singing ability is a part of this game. Number 7. We're getting off track. I don't remember this one. The trick to this one is it's all the way back in 1974. And it's a psychological thriller centered around surveillance and paranoia. Now, it sounds like other ones that came later. Hackman plays Harry Caul, Caul, a surveillance expert consumed by guilt. Ty, how'd you know that? The story unfolds as he becomes obsessed with a recorded conversation. This is actually directed by Francis Ford Coppola. It explores themes of privacy and ethics. Hackman's portrayal of Caul's quiet desperation is haunting and compelling. Sounds pretty cool. I do not remember seeing this. This is right when I would have been really busy in high school, 16, 17 years old. There were other things on my mind. I don't know about you guys. Might have been other things on your mind. You were 16 or 17 in high school. The conversation is correct. Conversation. The film's exploration of surveillance feels eerily relevant even today. Yes, it does. And so does the next one. A high-tech thriller about government surveillance and conspiracy. Hackman plays a former NSA analyst who's gone off the grid. That's right. Such a cool concept. Yeah, the clues gave that one away pretty quick. Erwan's in the house. What's going on, man? Good to have you. We're doing tribute to Gene Hackman here. The film's portrayal of digital surveillance was ahead of its time. Hackman's role plays homage to his character from the conversation. So it's kind of loosely based on that. And it was like, what happens next? Correct, Erwin. Yeah, Will Smith was in it, right? Will Smith's in it. Enemy of the State is correct. 1998. Good. The movie's fast-paced and tense action sequences keep viewers on edge. Will Smith's character uncovers a deadly cover-up. So, that was a cool movie. That's where you first got all the views of how they could, the computer could find anybody anywhere, right? Yeah. Will Slap Happy Smith. Exactly. We had Will's son on the fashion show last week. Number 5, an unusual one, 1978. A superhero classic where Hackman plays somebody. His character is a cunning mastermind obsessed with real estate schemes. The film stars Christopher Reeve, pre-accident, as the titular hero. Hackman's portrayal combines charm, wit, and villainy. Yes, Superman. And what was his character? Who did he play? Anybody know? His humor and bravado make him a memorable antagonist. Hackman famously refused to shave his head. Hackman wouldn't shave for it. Very good. Yes, you guys are all correct. Lex Luthor, the guy from Garage. There you go. Lex Luthor is correct. All right, we're down to number 4. And now you'll know why I needed to be precise. A gritty crime thriller that earned Hackman his first Oscar. He plays Popeye Doyle, a relentless New York narcotics detective. The film's iconic car chase set a new standard for action scenes. That's right. It's based on a true story of drug smuggling between France and the U.S. There you go. You guys all got it. Erwin got it first. Hello. Rumbus. The car chase under the elevated train in Brooklyn is considered one of the best in film history. Yeah. The scenes on the underneath the elevated train in Brooklyn. Definitely. The French Connection. 1971. All the way back. 1971. Hackman's intense, unyielding performance is unforgettable. Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman. A little bit of a strange story on his death, but I think they figured it out. And there was no foul play. No foul play at hand. Which is good news. Okay, top 3. This is a little later, 2001. A quirky family drama directed by Wes Anderson. We got that. How about Wes Anderson movies? Let's do Wes Anderson though. Is there 20 of them though? I guess there probably is. Yeah, there certainly is. Let's do Wes Anderson. Sorry, little sideline. Hackman plays a flawed but charming patriarch. His character attempts to reconnect with his estranged family during the plot. The ensemble cast includes Gwyneth Paltrow, Ben Stiller, and Owen Wilson. Very good. You guys know this. I think Ty got it first. Erwin. Yeah, Wes Anderson. I love the Wes Anderson aesthetic. I really do. It's awesome. Limited color scheme, but it's a good one. I'm kind of wearing it. Am I wearing Wes Anderson? I don't know, Wes Anderson. Hackman's performance blends humor, warmth, and self-centeredness. What? Hackman's portrayal earned him a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Comedy. And you are correct, Royal Tenenbaums. Royal Tenenbaums. We're down to the top 2. Top 2 Gene Hackman films. Here we go. You can probably guess what they are without me even giving any clues. A dark, revisionist Western directed by Clint Eastwood. Hackman plays Sheriff Little Bill. I love that name. A brutal enforcer of the law. The film explores themes of justice, redemption, and moral ambiguity. Very good, very good. Erwin, you got it first. Erwin, Madow, Stewart. His portrayal of the ruthless sheriff won him an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. The film won the Academy Award for Best Picture. And this was this like the comeback of the Western? Didn't there go through a period where there weren't too many Westerns? I think Clint Eastwood did this kind of epic, and they kind of came back. It seems like that's the story. Hackman initially turned down the role because he disliked violent movies, but was persuaded by Eastwood's vision. There you go. Unforgiven, 1992. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that was good. True. All right, number one. Number one. With a bullet. Gene Hackman movie. A gripping drama based on real civil rights investigations. Change gears here. Hackman plays an FBI agent sent to the South to investigate the disappearance of activists. But no! His character's pragmatic approach clashes with his younger partner's idealism. The film highlights racial tension and the fight for justice. Everybody's getting it, and Dow had it first. The film's highlights racial tension and the fight for justice. Hackman's intense and nuanced performance earned him an Oscar nomination, but not a win. Yes, indeed, this is Mississippi Burning. Nice picture by the robots there. 1988. The film's powerful storytelling and strong performance made it a critical success. You guys knew most of those. I did. You knew more than I did. You definitely knew more than I did. I think I didn't always see Gene Hackman movies, but I like them all.